Hello, it's me, an arrogant PokeTuber who knows everything. I'll prove to you that I know everything by knowing everything in this obscure errors, mistakes in Pokemon games videos by Blue Boy Finn. Let me react to it and be arrogant by knowing things.
Error. Longtime Pokemon fans might be aware of some pretty famous ones, like how Pokemon Emerald's RNG is completely screwed up, making it very difficult to soft reset for certain shiny Pokemon. Or how in Red and Blue they accidentally made Psychic immune to Ghost. But
what? I mean, I knew that too. That was Wait, did they? I also knew. I was aware.
Obscure and unheard of errors in the entirety of the Pokemon series.
That I will know all of them.
Finn, and on this channel, I like to search out the most obscure Pokemon knowledge I can find and bring it to you. If that sounds like your thing, subscribing would be super dope. But well,
I mean, if you
let's get right.
If you don't mind, I already subscribed. I already subscribed to Blue Boy Finn, and you should too.
Most likely overlooked has to do with your character in Pokemon X and Y. You see, every time you pass by a signpost in this game, your character will slightly turn their head as if to read it. And this is consistent for all signposts.
I actually have noticed that before. It's really nice. It's a cool little detail. I love when game developers add these little details in and then don't finish the game otherwise.
Across the entire region. But there is one single signpost in this game that has a strange oddity with it. That signpost is located at the daycare, and it's the only one that does not have this effect. No matter how you move past the sign, your character will never veer their head. It's still
because he already knows where he is, and he's like, well, I don't need to read this. I already know where I am. I've been going back and forth between this point and the point at the end of the road for 20 days trying to get a 6 IV Snorlax. I know where I am. I'm at the bloody daycare, and I've been here for months just trying to get a competitive Snorlax.
It's unclear why, but it seems like this is most likely just a coding error of some sort.
No.
There's a strange error with Jumpluff in Pokemon Coliseum, and I'm gonna play a clip for you to see if you can notice the oddity.
Is it the loud music? No,
what? The error is that for some reason, Jumpluff's shadow is completely off.
Oh, what the hell? It's in cubes. Jumpluff is cuboided.
Even though Jumpluff's
chat saw it.
The shadow shown on the ground depicts them as square. But this was fixed in Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness.
Really? What a weird thing to fix. Imagine being the guy that's walking into the development studio that day. He sits down, he's like, all right, what's on the agenda? And then the boss pokes his head around the corner. He's like, John. Yeah, Matt, what have we got today? John, you need to fix the Jumpluff squares. What? I need to fix the what? You need to fix the Jumpluff squares, John. Matt, I studied for 6 years to get this job, and you want me to fix fucking Jumpluff squares? Really? Is that what you want me to do? Yeah, please, mate. Just get the Jumpluff squares done. Yeah, all right, cheers.
If you haven't heard about the Korean versions of Pokemon Gold and Silver, they're basically known for being full of translation errors and glitches. But there's one in particular that I thought was really weird. When receiving the Togepi egg in Violet City, for some strange reason, the receive jingle that usually plays, that sounds like this,
That's not what the jingle sounds like. That was my stream alert. What the hell? That was so perfectly timed. What the hell? Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that.
Is just entirely absent from the Korean versions. When getting Togepi, no matter how many times you save and reset and get the Pokemon, the jingle for receiving it will just simply never play. In Pokemon Sword and Shield, if you hatch an egg while holding down the B button.
No. When you hatch an egg while holding down the B button, what are you gonna tell me? It comes out shiny? It comes out with better stats or something like that? Like it has a different animation will play?
Oh God, that's not right. I did something wrong. That's
the hell is that?
I think I messed up. I did something wrong. I'm just kidding. It's the sponsor of this video, Dragon City. Dragon City is...
Well, technically, I have to watch the sponsored segment.
It's a free-to-play mobile game.
Listen, if I'm going to take content like this, I have to watch the sponsored segment as well.
And collecting dragons to create
I can't skip it. It would be rude of me to skip it.
Something cool about this game is, unlike Pokemon, when you breed two dragons, they will take on each other's traits and create a new dragon. There's literally thousands of different dragons and PvP battling as well. Oh, you thought Foy Coco was cool because it was based on a pepper? Let me introduce you to Spicy Dragon. Okay,
Wait, hold on.
that's
Let me help this sponsor segment. Holy shit! Spicy Dragon! How do I download this?
It's surprisingly in-depth. There's even a battle pass with weekly mini-games where you can claim daily prizes and dragons. Download the game by clicking the link in the description or scan the QR code on the screen and get a special free starter pack of 15,000 food, 30,000 gold, and the Flame Night Dragon.
The Flame Night Dragon? There's no way.
Supporting the channel, and now back to the video.
Dude, I'm gonna download Dragon City right now and use the code in Blue Boy Fan's description to get so much stuff that he just said.
Technically an error on Pokemon side, but shout out to one of my viewers, Roland, who sent this one in my Discord. My viewer Roland was on a Delta Airlines flight, and the
they should. What, did they not let him inside?
Flight had a mini TV on the seat that had games for you to play. One of the games was a hidden object game where you find things around the room. And while Roland found something that was quite out of place, tucked away in the corner of the picture was the official art from none other than Sawsbuck. It seems that this game's programmers must have mistaken Sawsbuck for a regular deer.
Aw, or maybe they're just like big fans of Pokemon and they wanted to slip in a little Easter egg. That's cute.
It legitimately made my day. So thanks.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I think that was a little Easter egg.
Roaming Pokemon like Latios.
But realistically, who likes Sawsbuck, you know?
And Latios have a very strange oddity with them. You see, every Pokemon's IVs, or individual values, basically the number that determines small boosts in each one of their stats, is decided by a 32-bit number inside the game's code. But the entire point of a roaming Pokemon is that it's the same Pokemon everywhere. Its IVs, nature, and stats
got a shiny Roma?
It's a static legendary Pokemon.
Dude, that's insane. How do you got a shiny full odds Roma? 1 in 8,992 chance and 192 chance? That's crazy odds.
Just moving around the map. But in order to have a Pokemon be able to roam around the map and still be the same Pokemon, the programmers needed to store the data for that Pokemon somewhere completely different than usual. And sadly, this is where the glitch arised. The game ended up only being able to read 8 bits of that 32-bit number. And because of that, it means that every time you encounter a roaming Pokemon in Ruby or Sapphire, that Pokemon will be guaranteed to have their speed, defense, special attack, and special defense IVs all be 0.
Are you kidding me? Dude, that's such depression. Imagine going through all of that effort to get a shiny Roma and you're like, oh boy, I can't wait to transfer this and use it in competitive. And just to realize that it's absolute dog shit.
And because the move hidden power is dependent on IVs, roaming Pokemon in this generation can only have the hidden power type of fighting.
Oh, it sucks so bad. Oh, it's awful.
I wanted to stray away from glitches in this video because a lot of them are pretty well known already. But there's one I heard about that I thought was really interesting visually, and I wanted to include it on this list. It's called the Sticky Hold glitch, and it occurs in Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald.
It's called the Sticky Fingers glitch, and it occurs after you turn 13, and you're like, oh, weird.
It's pretty simple to perform. All you need is a Pokemon with the move Thief and no item equipped. Then proceed to knock out an opponent that is holding an item with the ability Sticky Hold. Then, once it faints, for some reason, the sprite of that Pokemon will stay on screen.
What? I've never seen this. I mean, I've totally seen this before.
Your opponent sends out their other Pokemon.
Oh my god, that's so gross.
But the glitched Pokemon will have its palette changed depending on what Pokemon is sent out, causing some incredibly weird colorations.
How do you even find something like this? It's so incredibly specific. Who the fuck is using Sticky Hold and Thief? Does it take on the coloration of like a part of the sprite? Like the Skitty's yellow? That's so cool.
There's a strange error in Pokemon X and Y that has to do with Sky Trainers. Something about these kind of battles glitched out the way that you can interact with these NPCs. So as soon as you finish fighting one of them, it's impossible to interact with them again afterwards unless you leave the area and come back. Otherwise, you cannot interact with them at all.
Okay. That's incredibly small and specific.
During the story, when you reach Conolave City, there's a mandatory battle with your rival Barry before you can cross the bridge.
Thanks, Chugga Conroy, for the footage.
There's something really strange going on behind the scenes with Barry's team here. You see, when you first fight him here, his Heracross has the ability Guts. But as soon as the fight is over, every single time we battle against Barry from here on out, his same Heracross completely switches abilities. From then on, he now has the ability Swarm for every single fight.
Oh no, it got worse. Oh, imagine getting a downgrade like that. Jeez, what was he thinking?
Like this was just an error on the developer's part and not a glitch, but it's strange because Pokemon is pretty good at maintaining this kind of continuity, as there's not many issues like this throughout the
My immersion is irrevocably broken. I am disgusted by this. I will never be able to engross myself in a Pokemon game ever again. After this, it's over. Nintendo, your stock is gone to zero. The Pokemon Company, just shut down now. Save yourself some time and effort. Declare bankruptcy. It's done. Scarlet and Violet, bomb. 0 copies sold. I am disgusted by this, Game Freak. Disgusting.
Series, at least that I'm aware of. In one of my past fact videos, I covered an interesting glitch in Black and White 2 that allowed you to surf on a random tile in the game. Well, Taffy in my Discord found an interesting oddity that does the exact opposite in Pokemon Black and White. You see, this tile right here is completely broken. For some reason, it's entirely impossible to initiate surfing from this one spot. Even though you can surf from every other tile in this area, for some reason this one just simply doesn't work.
The hell is wrong with it?
I actually haven't...
How do you even do that? Was that like the one tile that they forgot to assign with some kind of code value or some kind of function that allows for people to surf on
Another weird error with the Eon ticket from Generation 3. And it has to do with some text related to the event. When you receive the ticket from Norman in Petalburg, Norman's text is just absolutely broken.
May, good to see you here. There's a letter here for you, May.
It has tons of mistakes, and I'm sure text for events like this are most likely some of the last things that get put into the game. So that's probably the reason.
Damn, yeah, it looks crazy. That's like busted. What the hell? They didn't double check this? Are you kidding me?
Generation 3 is a very special generation when it comes to shiny Pokemon. It is the one generation that has an entirely fixed shiny rate. In these games, there is not a single method to lower your shiny odds in any way. Generation 4 had Masuda method, and Generation 2 had shiny breeding.
Oh.
But if you see some sparkles wrestle out of the grass in these games, that Pokemon is as rare as it gets. 1 out of 8,192. But
dude, there's something about Gen 3 shinies that just like get me going, man. They're so special.
Is it? Yes, it is. For every Pokemon except for one.
Oh. Oh no. No, not Unown. Not Unown, man. No one wants to hear about Unown. No. Oh, it's Crystal?
In Fire Red and Leaf Green, the only place you catch Unown is a small room called the Monian Chamber in the Tenobi Ruin.
Yeah, and that's more than enough space. They shouldn't have even given them a small room. They should be confined to half of the room.
And to find shiny Unown, it's as simple as running back and forth in this area until you do. But the odds of finding a shiny Unown in this specific location is not 1 out of 8,102. But
it's lower?
The answer to why is far more complicated than it seems.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Every single Pokemon you encounter has an ID number that is completely hidden from you.
Sure.
This number determines many things: nature, gender, IVs, ability, and most importantly, shininess. But a coding oversight in this game led this number to also determine which letter the Unown would be. And that very same small oversight actually had a very big impact on the Unown in this.
So does that mean you can only get some variations of Unown shiny here? It's like impossible to get like a Q or something like that?
The game has trouble deciding which form of Unown will be shiny when associating it with your own trainer ID. The process is very mathematically complicated, but to put it simply, the game doesn't actually evenly distribute shininess to every different Unown form.
So there's more rare shiny Unown and less rare shiny Unown.
And the result of this is shocking. Depending on your trainer ID, 4 unique Unown will have shiny odds completely detached from the game's normal shiny rate.
Okay.
But this isn't just a few numbers different. The change is drastic.
It's big.
Odds for some unknown letters could sway as low as 1 out of 5,120. Or
Pretty
as
good.
high as 1 out of 18,432.
Yeah, who's going for like specific versions of Shiny Unown
But the
though?
real question is, how is this information so incredibly obscure? How does almost nobody know that the Unown that spawn in this cave have completely messed up shiny rate?
Because no one cares about Unown. No one has ever cared about Unown in the history of Pokemon. No one's favorite Pokemon is Unown. I don't care. You're lying. You're straight up not being
Well,
truthful
to
here.
start, the Monian chamber where the Unown are found is located at quite literally one of the last locations you visit in these games. So the amount of people who even knew this location existed is absolutely tiny. And on top of this, for a long time, simply put, no one knew.
No one knew yet because no one cared. That's so fun.
Actually had been wanting to talk about this little oddity since I started making obscure Pokemon information videos almost a year ago now. But up until a few months ago, the only documentation about this strange in-game phenomenon was an article in French that I did try
The bloody French! It's about time they got something
to
done.
translate, but it didn't work out. So if you're curious about how deep this rabbit hole goes, my friend Professor Rex uploaded the first English breakdown of this oddity over on his channel. So make sure to check that out, and thank you for watching.
That is such an incredibly specific thing. It is mad. Make sure that you subscribe to Blue Boy Finn, everyone. His link is in the description. Another banger video. Absolutely fantastic. I love learning about this kind of stuff because you think even though I do this all the time and I am doing this full time as my job that I know all this stuff, but there's just stuff hidden away in these games that maybe no one will ever find out, especially that Unown stuff. Who would have thought of that? Anyway, subscribe to more Patterrz. Subscribe to my main channel, stream there every single day.